with Ten Hag, man. Not again. You strike once again. He was asked, was Cristiano Ronaldo the problem? And he says, you know what, Ronaldo was never the problem. But at the end of the interview, he had to add in, it's the past. After he left, we won 2 trophies. Mate, we are glorifying a Carabao Cup. A cup where we are literally, the point is for lower tier leagues to make more money when teams like Man United play, Preston. And not only that, you won that cup where, Newcastle, Arsenal, all these big teams play their second team and their youngsters. We have Ethan Nwaneri debuting in that. That's how much Arsenal thinks of that cup. You get absolutely nothing for that. No European spot, nothing. Then you win the FA Cup, but you finish 8th. And then the following year, you can't even finish the season how bad you were. So if you think you had a success post Cristiano Ronaldo, after you drove away arguably the greatest player ever and the best Man United player of all time, you drove him away, right? And you end up doing worse than you did before he left. Because Man United with Cristiano Ronaldo, they actually did better than with Ten Hag. Genuinely. You know what? Oh, they lost multiple cup finals too as well. Cristiano Ronaldo's a big time player. You probably would have done better with Ronaldo than Wout Weghorst. That's a guarantee. Instead, you are trying to say that you had a successful time post Cristiano Ronaldo era. Mate, you didn't. A Carabao Cup and an FA Cup. You're lucky the standards lowered at Man United. Nowadays, managers finish 15th, 8th, and they still, get another year. Back then, they would get 5th and win the FA Cup and get sacked the following day. Standards aren't the same anymore. So Ten Hag, be lucky, man. But, Ten Hag, honestly, you got, legends like this absolutely spot on with the truth. In 5 years, Ten Hag will be from a club that no one will talk about him. And his time at Manchester United, again, will not be talked about. But Cristiano Ronaldo will always be remembered as arguably the greatest footballer to ever kick a ball. And that is spot on, man. Ronaldo in 100 years will be remembered like Pele, Maradona, Zidane. Ten Hag, mate. If anything, you'll be remembered as the villain. It's like Spider-Man and then... Or no, Fantastic Four and then Mole Man. Or Spider-Man and... the robbers from one of the random movies. You're a nobody villain, mate. A nobody villain. Nobody cares about you. All you did was kind of just disrupt football, come in and create the downfall of Man United, man. You just continued it. You couldn't save it, you continued it. You're literally an irrelevant piece of football. And you're always going to be jealous because when you turn up a game, they will mention Cristiano Ronaldo in a great light. And you will be remembered as the man who fumbled Man United, the man who failed, the man who was too out of his depth. And that's the straight up truth because, oh yeah, Carabao Cup. Mate, a Carabao Cup. Carabao Cups used to just be won by City because they had the most depth. But nobody genuinely cared about that. You aren't, it's not make or break. You don't even make enough to make a transfer with that. You can't even go buy a 16-year-old from Paraguay with the money from the Carabao Cup. I'm sorry. The FA Cup, okay, you kind of saved it. You got 8th place, though. With Cristiano Ronaldo, a terrible season. Terrible season with him at striker, 6th place. Successful season for Ten Hag, his most successful. We won a cup, the FA Cup, but we finished 8th place. That's absolutely ridiculous, man. That's how I'm telling you about Ten Hag. He's shameless, moves the goalpost for himself. But since Cristiano Ronaldo left, close to his 40s and in his 40s, 113 goals, mate. At 40 years old, Cristiano Ronaldo did this. And you want 2 trophies? He won a cup with Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia, and he's won the UEFA Nations League against Lamine Yamal, who's going to be in the top 3 Ballon d'Or race, against Spain, who won the Euros. At the end of the day, Spain was looked at the best, a top 3 country in the world. Portugal came with Cristiano Ronaldo starting. He scores in the final, too. Scores in the final and the semifinal. So watch Cristiano Ronaldo at 40 years old won a more significant trophy than Erik Ten Hag has ever done in his career, man. Who cares about the Netherlands League? Who cares about the FA Cup? Who cares about the Carabao Cup? He won a European national trophy against Spain, against Lamine Yamal, against, all these Spanish players at the age of 40 years old, man. And he's also won a cup and he scored over 100 goals since he left. That's class right there. That'll be remembered. Not the Carabao Cup, mate. And you could go to sleep with that one, mate. You know, you're going to fail at Leverkusen. You're going to make Leverkusen the next Schalke 04. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you that much, man. But anyways, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Who do you think has had more success since the little breakout between Ronaldo and Erik Ten Hag? Ten Hag or Ronaldo? Anyways, thank you guys for watching.